Alrighty. Let me just make my live tweet. Alrighty. That should do it.
Jackpot!
I've got balls of steel. Okay. And hi, Val. So I have 3 tables here that I need to avoid out of the ones that I intended to stream. Indiana Jones and the Party Zone have copyrighted music that might trip the MCA system. I don't want to risk it. And Medieval Madness has an audio bug where if you hit the jet bumpers, it plays an obnoxiously loud, distorted sound. And hey, Simkey. So I'm just going to pick tables that I feel like, unless anyone wants to see a specific table. All the other tables, not this folder, but all the others are original tables and are more video gamey. I prefer the original Williams and Bally tables. These are based on real tables from the 80s and 90s and before. So I'll just kick off with my favorite table out of the bunch, Safe Cracker. I've actually played on this table in real life. In fact, when Pinball Arcade still had the Williams and Bally license, I played on it before it got added to Pinball Arcade. It got added like a week later.
Intruder alert. 45 minutes until area shutdown.
I don't know if there's any issues with the audio. I have to be careful because this game can be quite loud.
Attaboy. Jackpot!
Let's wheel and deal.
So the unique thing about this table is rather than having a set number of balls, shut up, it's based on a timer. So you can lose as many balls as you want, and the game will keep going until time runs out to sudden death.
Lock is lit. That sparkles.
This is a thinner table
Let's wheel and
than,
deal.
well, shit,
Let's lock 'em up.
than most other tables.
10 minutes until area shutdown. Your time is running out.
I ain't gonna be able to get to do the thing. Because this has an entire board game up
5
in the
minutes
back
until
glass.
area shutdown.
And I have not actually triggered it yet.
Lock is lit.
Any mistake will result in complete termination. Area shutdown is underway.
Yeah, at a pinball arcade I went to in Vegas, the
Intruder is
one
now
time I was in
in
Vegas, they actually had a vertical pinball machine.
Let's lock 'em up.
I didn't play on it though.
Candy. 2000 system shutdown in progress. Termination force is suspended.
Head for the ramp. Nice move.
All locked.
That was not a nice thing to do.
Lock is lit. Head for the entrance.
Candy.
Trying to hit an entrance,
2000
and I
system
believe that
restart
is
in
game over.
progress.
I'm gonna run this one back because I didn't even get to do the thing. Oh yeah, most tables have a thing where if you mash the last two
have
digits,
been
you get a free
terminated.
credit. This is a hard table, but it's my favorite table because of how different it is. Let's try that again.
Intruder alert. 45 minutes until area shutdown.
Really?
45 minutes until area shutdown.
Lock is lit. Let's lock 'em up.
Get in the damn. Oops.
20 minutes until area shutdown.
Head for the ramp. The clock is running.
Yes, I know the clock is running.
5 minutes until area shutdown.
Lock is lit. We've still got a little time.
Any mistake will result in complete termination. Candy. 2000 system shutdown in progress. Termination force is suspended.
That was slick.
I was
That
lying
was not a nice thing to do.
to initiate the board game.
Head
Oh,
for
there we
the
go.
entrance.
Here's the board game. Maybe it's-
Look up. It's time to play the board game.
Well,
Don't give up.
Stop! You gotta be kidding! Hey, thanks for the tip.
Keep going.
Security guards have been notified of your presence.
He's just ahead.
uh-oh.
was not a good thing to do.
That was slick. Let's wheel and deal. Let's lock 'em up.
Candy, 2000 system restart in progress.
Lock is lit.
That was not a nice thing to do.
Let's lock 'em up.
This is a high security area.
Fug. Yeah, Simkey, there's a lot of pinball tables out there. A lot of unique and cool ones too. Pinball
You
Arcade
have
actually
been
has a pinball
terminated.
table from the 60s
Have a nice
called
day.
Central Park. And there are tables older than that. Well, that wasn't that great of a score, but that is a hard table. So, if anyone wants to pick a table from the star folder here, I wouldn't mind someone else picking. If not, I can just pick what I'm fancying. I just have to avoid Indiana Jones, The Party Zone, and Medieval Madness. I really wish I could play Medieval Madness because it is a really, really good table. But the audio issues, just a problem. I don't know about one having holographic targets on the back, but Creature from the Black Lagoon does have a holographic figure as part of one of its modes. That one is based on the film, but rather than being based on the film directly, it is depicting a drive-in theater playing the film. And yeah, I'll do that. So when you actually get the film to play in the table, there's a spot in the center of the playing field that lights up, and underneath it is a figure of the creature set up with a bunch of mirrors to make it look like it's holographic.
Now, on with the show.
This is a really good table.
Stay cool,
Okay.
Daddy-O.
This is a really good table. So as I was saying, this table is based on a drive-in theater playing the film Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh my fucking god. I need more practice with this fucking table. Go up the ramp. Go up the ramp. Go up the ramp. There you go. Ah. I see. And now I literally went up the ramp twice in a row.
Stay cool,
Fuck
Daddy-O.
you. Yeah, I'm not really all that good at this table, but this is a good table. I've also been having really shit luck with pinball lately. Did get a couple new high scores. But I've just been struggling. Especially struggling getting up this damn ramp. Oh, cool. There was the figure. Alright, now it's time to get the snacks. So, if you didn't know, pinball tables do actually have goals. The ones with dot matrix displays make it a little more clear what you're actually doing. But with this one, for one of the modes, you have to collect the snacks that you'd have while watching the film, which I believe in this is a soda, popcorn, a hot dog, and candy. I'm gonna run that one again. Also, I don't know how long I can actually stretch this stream out for, because unless I play the same tables over and over again, I can only spend so much time playing pinball, because there's only so much you can really do on each table. The Mario Brothers pinball table is something that I would love to play. The pinball arcade that I was talking about in Vegas does actually have it. It's a table from Gottlieb, which Farsight Studios has the rights to at the moment. Farsight being the creator of the pinball arcade. But they haven't updated the game in like 3 years. The console versions are still missing the 2 latest tables that were added. And it sucks because there's a lot more tables that they could actually throw in the game. And I believe Charles Martinet actually confirmed he did voice Mario for the pinball table. But he used a different voice than he did for Mario 64. If I could stop draining the ball, that would be nice. Oh yeah, pinball tables break down all the time. One of the tables in this Circus Voltaire is one of the best pinball tables ever made. It's also one of the most common ones to break down because of all the moving parts. Also, I've been toying with something for an upcoming stream that figured I'd run by anyone who's watching. Would any of you be interested in a humongous entertainment stream? Those old educational point and clicks? Like, I get that we're all adults here, but there's a certain nostalgia factor to them, and some of them are actually legitimately good point and clicks, like Pajama Sam 2. I'm just hesitant to do that because I'm going to be 30 in a few years. And I feel like it would be a little weird for someone my age to be playing a game like that. But I don't know, I think it would make for an interesting retro stream. I'm going to pick Circus Voltaire since I just mentioned it. Thank you, Bal. I really appreciate that. That's a very nice thing to say. I'm so glad we're friends. Yeah, go Red.
Get ready for the greatest pinball on Earth!
I will say, playing some of those humongous games recently, like Pajama Sam 2, I actually got some legitimate laughs out of it. Some of the jokes would go right over kids' heads. There is a moment in Spy Fox where the main character goes on about bourgeoisie capitalism. And there's a lot of puns and references in Pajama Sam that I don't think any kid from the 90s would have understood.
Presenting the boom balloon!
Like when you go to the executive board for the area you're in Pajama Sam 2, the executive board is the chairman and the board, being a man, or a chair that talks, and a bunch of talking boards. A joke that went right over my head when I was a kid. There's also a really great joke where when you're looking at a screen of all the fucked up cities from the weather, Sam comments that one screen looks really nice, and it's a picture of the Space Needle in Seattle that's bright and sunny. And one of the characters says, "Unfortunately, that's Seattle. Oh, what a mess." Because it's never sunny in Seattle. It's just always raining.
Let's see the scores.
Well, it sure beats raising cattle. That is a phrase I have not heard in a very
Player
long time.
one.
Oh yeah, Bao, that comment about making games political, I love how anytime anyone legitimately says that, their favorite games tend to be stuff like BioShock and Metal Gear Solid. Like, every time without fail. Famously apolitical game director Hideo Kojima. Whoop.
Let's review your circus ability.
Oh, the judges cycle out each time you play. Interesting. When you're playing with one of the judges I got was a penguin. Looks like we got a robot here.
What are you doing? I am the ringmaster. I will never back down.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
I've never seen that happen before.
Is that the best you got?
All got stuck behind the damn ringmaster.
You knocked out my contact.
Here's Menagerie Marvel.
Oh,
Very nice.
smells like Nirvana. Okay, I thought I heard the phrase before, and I couldn't remember what it was from.
Ringmaster.
I should have caught that. I'm a Weird Al fan. Also, yes, literally everything is political.
Goodbye.
Because it is impossible to make something without there being some kind of an agenda or hidden.
Bring one.
If you believe there is a lack of a political message, that in and of itself is actually a political message.
Down, Simba.
So whenever someone says games shouldn't have politics, what they're actually saying is games shouldn't have politics that I don't always agree with.
And the judges score?
Now, I just realized that with me putting VODs on my new YouTube channel, I should probably get something to have Twitch chat show up on screen. Because it just occurred to me with the VODs that I've uploaded, no one is going to know who the hell I'm talking to or what the fuck I'm responding to. That didn't occur to me. I was more concerned about just preserving the VODs. Yeah, it's whatever. I'll get that sorted out tomorrow. I'm gonna run that one again. What if I was already
For the greatest pinball on earth. Don't move.
What else is absolutely insane is losing that ball right away.
Welcome to the sideshow. This is Sideshow Sam. Fire that cannon!
Oh yeah, some tables actually let you interact with the back glass outside of stuff like Safecracker's board game. Bonsai Run, a table that is not currently in
The
Pinball
sideshow
FX,
marble.
has a really cool thing you can do with the back glass.
Down, Simba!
Basically a vertical pinball race.
I am the Ringmaster. Defeat me for the Ringmaster Marvel. Oh,
I actually have a bookmark of a
stop that!
browser version of Space Cadet. I'm not ready to start streaming PC stuff just yet, but when I am, I will definitely
Marvel. Very nice.
stream Space Cadet
And
as a
the
bonus thing.
judges score.
Is that one of the Martians from Attack from Mars? Named Marvin?
Player one. Kill shot.
Oh, yeah, a lot of tables from Williams and Valley reference each other. I don't know if it was you or someone else, Simpy, but someone in Cat's server mentioned Necronomicon in Pinball. I don't think it was you, but someone did mention it.
Puzzle complete.
But I have not actually played it.
Now watch this. Ball one is locked. Player one. Don't move. Stay in the ring. Kaboom!
I would like to stop losing my balls.
Smoke! The boom marble is yours.
I'll have to look up Necronomicon Pinball when I'm done streaming.
Player one.
There's apparently a really good pinball game on the Sega Saturn that never left Japan. That's also absurdly expensive. But I don't remember the name of it. It's only got one table, but it's apparently a really,
I am
really
the
good table.
Ringmaster. Monsieur, I challenge you to a duel.
Oh, I've seen games before that have really good music
Don't move.
and
Stay in
animations
the
and
ring.
whatnot, despite the rest of the game not being anywhere near as good. There's a RoboCop game for Game Boy that is only noteworthy because it has a really, really good soundtrack for no reason. That's unfortunate. I'm going to show a good classic table. This table's Space Station was not in Pinball Arcade prior to coming to Pinball FX3. Every Williams and Bailey table here, except for this and Indiana Jones, were in the Pinball Arcade at one point. I like this table because it reminds me of 3D Pinball Space Cadet.
We have ignition.
Like, it's not an exact analog, but it reminds me of Space Cadet. This is an older table, so as you can see, it doesn't have dot matrix display.
Doors are open.
So it might not be as interesting to watch because you don't have a display, but these older tables do have some interesting layouts and gameplay modes. I need to get my ball up that ramp, and that's probably not happening within that timer. Good enough.
Defender docked.
I actually don't know who Tom Fallon is.
Liberty docked. Docking complete. Negative, you must redock.
Redock now.
Condition green. You're looking good. Do you copy?
Redock now.
Roger, Liberty. Do you copy?
Redock now.
Roger, Liberty. Do you copy?
Redock now.
Roger, Liberty. Do you copy?
Redock now.
Condition green.
Redock now.
Do you copy?
Redock now.
I'm trying to redock.
You're looking good.
Never mind. He did the soundtracks for a lot of the worst games on NES and SNES. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Also, I would love to open up Pinball Arcade, because I have the Switch version, to showcase some of the tables from that, but I'm gonna have an issue because the main menu music is Pinball Wizard by The Who. So, I'd risk a DMCA strike. Can't even open the game. Not only that, but the tables for AC/DC and Ford Mustang actually play licensed music on the main menu. I mean, I could do that, Val. I don't like the idea, though, of muting the music, because you really do miss something without the music. So I'll have to think of something. The tables aren't nearly as good. Oh god, yawn. The tables aren't nearly as good as the ones in this game. It's because Williams and Bally really did make the best pinball tables of all time. But there are good tables in there. The Stern tables, the new ones, are legitimately good.
9.
But,
8.
the pinball engine doesn't really complement the tables so much, because Pinball Arcade has much worse physics.
2. 1.
That might be a new high score. So let's see if I match. Nope. Is that a new high score? That's close. Alright, so every table I pick, I'm just going to run through them twice.
Have ignition.
Because they are short, and then we'll stretch out the time a little bit. I'll do some of the original tables, by the way. There are some that I like playing. I just generally prefer the Williams and Valley ones. I like pinball more when they do less video gamey shit and try to keep it as realistic to actual tables as possible. Simkey, have you played Metroid Prime Pinball on DS? Legitimately one of the best pinball games ever made.
back on course.
You have, but you used to own it when it came out. It's worth getting. It is legitimately an amazing pinball game. The same company that made it made a pinball game on DSi that you can also get on 3DS called Pinball Pulse: The Ancients Beckon, which is very, very, very close to an actual table in terms of how it's designed. It's also one of the best pinball games ever made. And if you have a 3DS, you might want to snag it before it gets pulled, or before the eShop shutters. Really? Gabe Ober. So I'm gonna showcase this table. I'm only doing this table once. I do not like this table. This is Dr. Dude and his Excellent Ray. It is, number one, that is a really scary looking woman. Number two, this is one of the most 90s tables you can possibly find. And before I begin, if you look carefully at the flippers, that gap is actually wider than most tables, which is a bit of a problem. I have never done well on this table, even when it was in Pinball Arcade. It's just an annoying table. Oh hey, I mean, good licensing opportunities, I guess. Stern Pinball still makes tables based on bands. Their AC/DC table made it into Pinball Arcade. And they also have made tables based on the Beatles, Aerosmith, Metallica, and a few others. Yeah, this is just an ugly, garish table, and I hate it. Look at this. Look at this art style. Oh, damn. I game over. Oh my god, I actually got a free credit. Oh, I'm not using that. Someone else can use it. Yeah, I hate this table. I've always hated this table. I was really disappointed they added this instead of something better. That was two of the alphanumeric tables. Let's do the third one. So, Space Station, Funhouse, and Dr. Dude are the only alphanumeric tables in this collection. What that means is rather than having the dot matrix display, they have the precursor to that, which is a display that can display letters and numbers. Basically, what you would see on a complicated calculator. We can actually spell things out with the display. This is a hard table, for the most part, but it is a classic.
Where did you go now?
There is a puppet head, as you can see, and that is Rudy. You can actually shoot stuff into his mouth when he opens it. You need a sound bell. The same guy who designed this table designed another one that's in the collection, Red and Ted's Roadshow. It's a good table, but I don't like it all that much because Red looks like my aunt, and I don't like my aunt. In fact, my aunt is actually visiting. Excuse me, she kind of sprung it on us She's not at this house, though. She's next door at my grandma's house. For those who don't know, I live next door to my grandma. It's a long story.
Hey, Chucky, there's an extra ball. Game ready. Let's play two.
Trying to smack him in the mouth with the ball, but I can't seem to do that. And there goes one of the balls. That is a hard score or table to score high in. But I'm going to do that table again, but before I do, I just want to make a point here. So, the high score that I have here, 8,679,770. As you can see, I'm number 538 on the leaderboards. There are thousands of people who played this game, so that's actually a relatively good score. But scoring on tables is relative, because, for example, with the Indiana Jones table, I have a much, much, much higher score, but I'm further down on the leaderboard for this table. And to put things into perspective, Attack from Mars is a table where you can get an absurd score. Because I have over 1 billion, and I'm not even in the top 1,000. I'm not even in the top 5,000. The number one person here has a score of 68 billion. There we go. So, there are high-scoring tables, there are low-scoring tables. Attack from Mars is an outlier, where getting 1 billion points is actually a low score. Just something to keep in mind. Yeah, by the way, the top scoring people, or person on all these tables is actually the same person. He kind of sort of made a goal for himself to get the top score. The highest leaderboard ranking I've ever had is actually for the Dune table, which is an original one. At one point, I was number 52. I've dropped since. I'm actually curious if that's the wrong one. That was the matchup table. That's not what I wanted. Where am I at right now? Yeah, I've dropped considerably. That's just because more people are playing it. I never increased my score. I believe the highest score or highest spot in the leaderboards I have. It's actually probably Funhouse. I don't think I've got a higher score than that. Okay. Oh, no, those would have been the higher ones. So I'll do this one more time. For the Pinball Arcade, I don't have any top scores like that. It isn't that high. Now, as terrible as it is to say, I kind of hope Pinball Arcade loses the Stern license and the other pinball licenses, just because they haven't been updating the game at all. They have more tables they could add, but they just stopped. They've gone completely radio silent. And I want to play the new Stern tables that are coming out in real life. I'm going to restart the table. So I want someone to come along and start turning the newer Stern tables into digital pinball tables. If Farsight won't do it, someone else should.
You can have it back, Spunky. Ow!
Yeah, I mean, they're literally just sitting on the rights. They still have to license out the tables individually, or get the licenses individually, but they're the only one who can make games based on the tables right now. They have the rights to, technically, 2 companies, Stern Pinball and Gottlieb. But with those rights, they also have the rights to the pinball divisions of Data East, Sega, and Alvin G & Co. All 3 of those companies, when they were selling off their pinball divisions, sold them to Gottlieb and Stern. Well, that didn't last long. That is a hard table. I'm gonna do Red and Ted's Roadshow because I mentioned it. This is a good table. I don't like the art for it. Also, Red there, specifically the puppet version, looks like my fucking aunt. I hate it.
Tuesday,
Doesn't sound like her at all.
Wednesday. Hey, let's get a souvenir.
So this table's motif is about Red and Ted breaking roads across the country. They are traveling the country and
Thursday,
just breaking the road so they can fix it.
Friday, quitting time.
Yeah, a little bit of a content warning. Some of these tables are dated. Specifically with 90s stereotypes. This is one of the tables where that's a bit of an issue. There's a bit where you have to destroy taxi cabs. All the taxi cab drivers have Indian accents. So, just fair warning.
Overtime.
It was the 90s. They didn't really know better. Well, I mean, they did.
Let's get paid
It
and
just-
lock one on.
People weren't as outspoken. Or at least weren't being listened to.
Overtime.
Yeah, when you're going back with old stuff like this, you gotta keep in mind that it was a different time. There was stuff they could get away with. that
So
they can't
long,
get away
y'all.
with. And in some cases, stereotypical characters like that, that was the only way those actors could get any money. That was how they got jobs. They had to play stereotypical roles. In the era of the Three Stooges, if a black person wanted to act, they had to act in blackface. They're already black, but they still had to do it in blackface. It was the only way they'd get a job. If they were hired at all. And if they were hired, it was mostly for extras or for subservient roles like waiters or cleaners. And like, you can enjoy media
Time to
with
go to
that
work.
and still
Let's
criticize
fire
it.
that
That's the
thing
thing.
up.
Something can be good and have
Tuesday.
issues like that. It can be dated. The point isn't to like ban people
Wednesday.
from liking that media. It's to
Thursday.
ensure that future generations do better. I love the Three Stooges. There are a lot of aspects of the Three Stooges that were dated. There's a lot of aspects that are also still fucking.
Nice shot. Hey, look, Ted.
There we go.
taxi Cabs.
You will remove that bulldozer from the street.
Is that bothering you, Doug? Yeehaw!
Fire in the hole. Outstanding.
Shit.
You have not heard the last of me.
I don't remember who the final boss of Great Cave Offensive is. It's not Marcus, is it?
Where's my paycheck? Where are we? Hey, payday! Let's party! Put on your dancing shoes, baby!
What a guy. Payday!
Oh, I'm all worn out.
Party time!
I'm shutting down.
Oh no. You big lug. Fire in the hole.
Damn it.
Oh no. Oh no. Fire in the hole. Outstanding. Ten.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, wham bam raw.
Bouncy ball.
Japan has been especially bad with stereotypes. They're getting better. Slowly.
You big dummy. Wake up. Hurry up. Let's go. Hey, wake up.
What?
Go.
That's really unfortunate, Sunky. I'd forgotten about that. I've actually played Superstar several times on SNES.
So long, y'all.
Alright, that's enough of the puppet tables. I don't think there's anything licensed on Monster Bash. I won't do that one yet. I'm gonna do Attack from Mars.
This is an emergency broadcast. The Earth is being invaded by flying saucers from Mars.
This table actually got a sequel a long time later called Revenge.
Return to battle, soldier!
Nothing can defeat us.
There were a lot of alien invasion movies in the 80s and 90s. And this is kind of riffing on that trend. It's actually a really good table. There's a lot of fun modes with it. And I just activated one of them. I now have to hit that flying saucer.
Not our hot dogs! We must destroy the stinking Martians!
We must build an atomic blaster.
Oh, you have SimKey. That's cool. I don't remember who made it. I don't know if it was Williams. Can I get through this table with actually destroying the saucer for once in my goddamn life? I used to be able to do it all the time.
Destroy
I'm
this
just gonna hit it one more
sucker!
time. Get in the damn saucer. Yeah, Mal, wouldn't it be great if pinball was real?
Ooh la la!
One of my favorite tweets making a joke about that was someone saying that Bloodborne is terrifying. It's a good thing that Britain isn't real. Do that one again.
This is an emergency broadcast. The Earth is being invaded by flying saucers from Mars.
The music on this table reminds me of the music from Rampage World Tour and Universal Tour on 64 and PS1. I love Rampage World Tour. It apparently didn't get great reviews. I love it. It's one of my favorite N64 games.
Return to battle, soldier!
I love Rampage. I play it every now and then. I used to play it all the fucking time when I was a kid. I loved that game.
Blow the saucer out of the sky!
When I get what I need to be able to stream from an N64, I will stream it for Retro Night at some point. I have been wanting to find an excuse to play it again. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Simkey, because it's a really good arcade game.
Build an atomic blaster!
It's really fun.
We
And,
are invincible.
It's just a classic to me. Well, I mean, it did get 2 sequels, and then the series came back with World Destruction on PS2. I think it was World Destruction that finally killed the series, because that was the second reboot.
Get your hands off me!
But World Tour got the sequel, Universal Tour, and then the PS1 only sequel, Rampage Through Time. Rampage Through Time, I think, is what killed the initial reboot. And then on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, they came out with Rampage World Destruction. Bal, I love that game. I have had that ever since we first got a PS2, or yeah, PS2. Thunder Tanks is a classic. I don't care what anyone says. It is fun. It is a stupid fucking game, but it is so much fun. Oh yeah, Simkey, have you played Robotron X or Robotron 64? Bal, if you want to get Thunder Tanks, it's like $5 on eBay. It's not worth anything. It's not an expensive game. It's not a popular one either. I'm doing Junkyard. Junkyard is about being trapped in a crazy guy's junkyard and you have to build stuff out of the junk to escape. One of the things you can build is a time machine, and when you activate the time machine game mode, it references game modes from other tables. I don't know what all it references, but it basically activates a game mode from another table, and I do know that it might activate the Mamushka from the Addams Family and move your car from Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah, Robotron 64 is great. I can actually try to stream that once I can stream N64 games. Because with Warner Brothers not choosing to release anything Williams or Midway related at all this generation. I don't think it's coming to Switch Online or anything else. And Bal, that's unfortunate. I hope people are able to eventually create some kind of clone system that can play PS2 discs. PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. Because eventually those consoles are going to break down for good.
Move it. Hurry.
Well,
You're all right.
speaking of, that was the Time Machine game mode. Yeah, PS2s can do that sometimes. Our PS2 just occasionally won't read discs properly, and it's fucking terrifying.
Nice doggy.
And I just failed this game mode.
Ouch! That's smart.
Choose one. Great. Now get that hand.
I didn't know that, Zinky. That's interesting.
Multi-ball is lit. Let's get out of here.
Don't listen to her. Who's out there?
Well, that is something I never really thought about, because the GameCube is actually not necessarily the most powerful console from that gen, but it was capable of stuff that neither of the other two were. GameCube could render so many small things at once. Like, it's easy to just brush off Pikmin as being what it is, but it is a technical marvel.
Maybe I got a move phone. Nice doggy.
Hurry, hurry.
You're not gonna run from spite anymore. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing about the Xbox is that it's basically just a Windows PC.
Got him. Yeah. Got him.
Great. Now you need the man. Come on, get the extra ball.
What ball am I even on? Oh, that was the end. That's not a bad score either. Is that a new high score? Possible poggers? No. Damn, that was my previous high score? Damn. I'm not reaching that anytime soon. Let's do fishtails. This is actually the free Williams table. So you actually don't need to pay for this one. Odama, yes, I have heard of it. I don't remember anything about it, but I have heard people talk about it before. By the way, from what I remember, this is one of the best-selling pinball tables ever. It is a really good table. I seem to remember Odama is one of the weirdest and coolest GameCube games. I don't remember anything else about it. I definitely do not own the game. Oh, Odama being the pinball game. Yeah, someone mentioned that to me in another server. I remember now. I'll have to track a copy of that down at some point. Yeah, it sounds really, really weird. In a good way. I will definitely have to give that another look. By the way, speaking of pinball music, because I just remembered that was an earlier conversation, look up the music for Black Knight 2000. It is one of the best video game songs ever. Does it use any special GameCube mic? Because I actually have a GameCube mic because of Mario Party 5. If I could stop draining my balls. Yeah, there's a fish on the top of the backlight. I don't think it does anything. I think it's just there. Okay, good. If it uses the standard mic, I already have one. Yeah, the holder I don't have, so I will have to find that.
How big was it?
Oh, Belle, don't worry. I've made the drain my balls joke to him before. Or her. She's also made the joke to me. I say it on purpose. That's actually what it's called. When the ball goes straight down the middle, it's when you drain the ball. It's just really funny to say. Man, I sure wish I would stop draining my balls so quickly. Damn, there goes my second ball. I just unlocked a memory. Laxton, his brother, and their friends set up a joke rap group, and they put out one single album on Bandcamp. They weren't actually all that bad. One of the members called himself Balls Deep. That's how he referred to himself in the song, or songs. I don't know about taping stuff to my controllers. Starting to run out of tables. Let's do Monster Dash. This table is based on the Universal Monsters, where Dracula has reawakened and he's trying to get the band back together. So you have to recruit him, the werewolf, the mummy, the creature from the Black Lagoon, and Frankenstein's monster in order to throw the Monster Dash.
What music they make!
It's a cheesy table,
I just
but
love
it's a
that
classic.
minty formaldehyde flavor. I hope this monster is as studly as you, Doctor. La la! I can't wait to see his handsome face.
Isn't that just Hotel Transylvania? Why did you have to say that, though?
Not bad for a corpse.
Like, my god, why would you say that? I'm not going to be able to unsee it now. So yeah, I haven't actually watched Hotel Transylvania. I probably should. I've heard it's actually pretty good. I don't know about the sequels. Whoop. Can I actually trigger a mode, though?
Whoops.
I'm gonna watch the first. But if I don't watch the sequel, I won't be able to see the aftermath of Jonathan banging his daughter. I mean, Dracula's daughter. Why did I word it that way? Jesus fucking Christ, why did I say that? Oh my god. Left out a significant amount of context there.
The dog man is coming!
Sorry, Dracula, I was busy doing stuff. I'm stuff. No, why would you say that? Aha, Jonathan, you were banging my daughter.
You got the whiskey!
Oh, speaking of animated movie sequels, did you know there were sequels to Alpha and Omega and Norm of the North? No one really liked the first of either of those, but they did like 2 sequels each. And apparently for the third Norm of the North, he goes to China for some reason. That was seemingly only done to appeal to the Chinese movie audience. I don't even know what Norm of the North is about. I just know that the first movie is supposed to be really, really boring. That's the CG animated movie with the polar bear, for anyone who doesn't know. And Alpha and Omega was the wolf couple animated movie that was named after the bullshit study about alphas and wolf packs. By the way, it's pseudoscience. The guy who put out that study admitted that he did it incorrectly because he only studied captive wolves who have different behavior than wild wolves. Wolves don't really form an alpha and beta member of the pack and whatnot.
No, please.
They only do that in captivity because they're angry. In the wild, wolves have a more fluid dynamic with who's in charge. Yeah, it's the fluid.
Blech, nasty stuff.
Look, Master, I'm armed.
Yeah, there's tons of articles about why the study was bullshit. And the guy who put out the study even admitted that it was bad work and he retracted it.
Extra ball!
Oh shit.
See, Master, I'm ahead.
The moon brings out the worst in me!
The blue hair. God, I need to see Young Frankenstein again. I haven't seen it in so long. Sorry, I mean Young Frankenstein.
Does anybody have some moisturizer?
Whoop.
Shoot again!
I haven't even... Well, I activated the mummy mode. There we go.
Have you shown him
Actual
together
problem
yet?
mode.
Yes, Master. He will be the greatest organ player ever. It's alive!
So you gotta smack Frankenstein's monster.
Jackpot!
So, in 7th grade, I went to a Catholic school for 7th and 8th grade. We read Frankenstein for 7th grade. And, number one, I was the only person who actually read the whole book. In fact, I finished the book before we even got to the first few chapters in class. I enjoyed the book. I fucking loved it. But I was already familiar with the story because in 6th grade, I had read a graphic novel adaptation of the book. So I was already familiar with the story and what the monster was supposed to look like and whatnot. As part of that segment of my 7th grade class, we had to draw a picture of Frankenstein and the monster. I don't know why, but this is just what we had to do. Literally everybody drew the Universal Studios version of the monster. We had a green face and whatnot. I was the only one who drew how the monster was described in the books, because I had already seen what the monster is supposed to look like because of the graphic novel. So for me, he had long, strandly hair, his skin was sewn together, and it was brown, not green. And for my picture of the monster, I tried to recreate a scene from memory in the graphic novel, where the monster is trying to talk to Victor Frankenstein in an alley, and the monster's face is obscured by the shadows of the buildings. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is a long-winded way for me to point out that two of my classmates under the monster and Frankenstein drew the monster twice. Because they thought Frankenstein was the monster. Yeah, I wish I could find that graphic novel, because I really should read it.
I love a sharp-dressed man.
I really should read it again. I don't remember who made it. And I was scratching an itch, so I lost the ball. Yeah, some of my classmates were dumb. There were two in particular who were really dumb. I shouldn't talk shit about one of them, though, because one of them actually died a few years ago. He became a cop for Chicago PD, and when he was off duty, some guy jumped him and his girlfriend and pulled a gun on them, and he died protecting his girlfriend from the gunman. He and I were never exactly friends, but that is not how he should have gone out. My friends are still not fully over that, because most of my other friends from that school were really close to him. But if I'm being brutally honest, he wasn't really the smartest person on the planet. He was funny, though. He was a really funny guy. And he was never, like, intentionally mean to me, like some of the other kids were. He was just joking with everyone. Yeah, it's really sad. I know I don't sound like I'm too upset about it, but I was never really close with him, but it was a shock, to say the least. That got a little morbid, so let's do no good gophers. There is a Gottlieb table with the exact same theme as this called Teed Off that also has two talking gophers, and also references The Honeymooners and Caddyshack. This is by far the better table. This one actually scores the holes, so you're essentially playing golf anytime you hit a ball up that ramp. There's two gophers here, Buzz and Bud. Yeah, I've mentioned the name a few times. Gottlieb was another pinball manufacturer. They're actually older than Williams and Bally, but they have less notable tables. They have some pretty damn good tables, but they were always playing second fiddle. And they directly competed with Williams. The son of the guy who founded Gottlieb, because it's named after the founder, founded his own company called Alvin G & Co. And two of those tables ended up in Pinball Arcade. Because ironically, when Alvin G & Co. folded, because their tables weren't very popular and they only made like 6, they actually sold the rights to his father's company, Gottlieb. Whoops. God damn it. I actually got a hole in one in 2 of those holes. Interesting. This is not an easy table. It's a good table, though. I didn't like it back in Pinball Arcade, but I'm starting to wonder if the reason why I didn't like a lot of the tables was because Pinball Arcade is not the greatest physics. I should watch Caddyshack again. Caddyshack. I've seen people describe Caddyshack as a movie for people who hate golf. Or a golf movie for people who hate golf. There's a character in the film. Happy Gilmore. I have not seen that one. I should, But there's a character in Caddyshack that actually makes a good point. The 2 worst uses for real estate are golf courses and cemeteries, because you can't build anything on them. And I mean, if we could tear down fucking rich people's country clubs and golf courses, I would be perfectly okay with that. Yeah, golf courses are terrible if you really know what goes into them. They also tend to go in line with country clubs and rich, racist white people. They just go hand in hand. I've never liked golf, personally. I like golf games. I tried playing real golf. I can't even hit the ball half the time. That was interesting. That is my brother playing SNES games. I'm going to check Discord for one moment, because if he's in the SNES app, there's probably a reason. Or maybe not. Oh, he didn't message me. Okay, I thought maybe there were some SNES games coming out or something. Don't say anything. Wait, no, there wouldn't be any. It's a Monday. They don't come out with stuff on Monday. Is he even in chat? No, he's not. Alright, well, whatever. My brother doesn't use the NSO apps on Switch often, so I'm curious what he's playing. He had a pre-ordered copy of Xenoblade 3 that was supposed to get here a few days ago, but it got delayed because they accidentally put it on the wrong truck, and rather than putting it on the truck for Chicago, they put it on the truck for Wisconsin. It is supposedly getting here tomorrow, and he has been impatiently waiting for it over the weekend. I feel his pain, though. I had a copy of Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series that I pre-ordered back in May, and it was supposed to ship around its release date on July 17th. They didn't get stock for it until the 22nd on the website, and they didn't ship it out until a few days later. And I didn't get it until today. So I've been waiting an entire month. I was so impatient with waiting it that the day of Klonoa's release, I just bought it on PS4. What I pre-ordered was a physical Switch copy, but I literally bought the digital PS4 version because I didn't want to wait a month to play the game. And that's fun. I fucking adore Klonoa. I will buy every fucking version of the game if I want to. Because I will play every version. Like, Klonoa is one of my favorite IPs. This might be Klonoa's chance to finally do well. Because none of Klonoa's games have ever been financial successes. So I will single-handedly save the franchise if I have to. Jesus, Simki. Was it imported? Or did they just think it was like a weapon or something? Hey, Bal, don't underestimate the dedication to the franchise that Klonoa fans have. We haven't been eating good for decades. Speaking of Klonoa, my plan was to stream it on Wednesday. We are supposed to get a horrendous storm on Wednesday. I posted it in my server, and Senki, I think I posted it in Cat's server as well. The storm Wednesday night is supposed to get really, really bad. We're supposed to have frequent streaks of lightning and soaking rain. There's flooding advisories all over the place. If that happens, I'm probably not going to be able to stream Wednesday because I'm going to need to be available in case something goes wrong with the house. And who knows, the power might go out. If I don't stream Wednesday, I will stream Thursday. So I will be streaming Klonoa either Wednesday or Thursday, and regardless, I'll be streaming Friday. Yeah, storms have never been this bad. Like, fucking climate change, man. It never used to be this bad. The upstairs game room flooded less than a year ago. Not like bad, but we actually got water in the upstairs because of what poor shape the windows are in. It's terrible. This house is falling apart. Let's see. I have not shown off Black Rose, Champion Pub, The Getaway, Hurricane, Tales of the Arabian Nights, Theater of Magic, or Whitewater. Yeah, Bal, did I not tell you how bad the storms have been getting here? We've had to, like... My brother has to stay up all night if the storm gets bad enough, so that way someone can protect the game room. And we don't have an exact estimate of what our game collection is worth, but it's possibly worth several $1,000s. So if that room floods, that's a lot of valuable stuff that's just gone. It is scary. Yeah, Black Rose is a good table. I'm not very good at it. Yeah, it's a female pirate captain. I only just noticed she has a Black Rose tattoo on her right boob.
I'm Black Rose, queen of the high seas. Lockers open.
This is a really cool table. There's also a ramp going straight down the center, which might... Damn it. I've gotten that. This to go down the ramp. Let's fire to land on ship for extra ball. Oops. Semke, I think you actually have more games than me, so that's not surprising. Like, I was known in my little niche circles on Steam for having a huge knowledge of games in a relatively large collection, but I think yours actually dwarfs mine a little bit. And I know there's collectors out there and people who make YouTube content that have more games than me, but for someone who doesn't, I don't know anyone else who does, aside from you. So, hold that collection tight, you never know what could happen. Actually lasted a little longer with that ball than I expected to. Yeah, I only have about 21 consoles, and I might have close to the number of games you have, at least if we're only counting physical games. I definitely have more than that if we count digital, because I have, on my Switch, as far as digital and physical goes, I have a total of like 343 games. Physical only, though, I've only got about 50, I think. God damn it. I've had quite a few of my games since I was a kid, but I didn't start seriously collecting until 2011, 2012, something like that. So, I've had a lot of games for most of my life, but I didn't start actually getting into collecting retro gaming until high school.
I'm Black Rose, queen of the high seas. Me lockers open. Here's our chance. One letter. Shoot for broadside.
Also, at some point, as part of my streaming career, I want to get a 3D model to stream with, but I don't want, like, a detailed model. I want a 3D model of my persona designed to look like a PS1 character or an N64 character. There is another furry streamer named It's Duper who does that, and I don't want to look like I'm copying him. I had that idea before I even knew who he was, but watching him proves that my idea will actually work. So that is a goal I want to work towards. When I can afford it, I want to get that model. With that in mind, though, when I do get that model, because of the resources it'll take, I probably will continue to favor console games. Because I gotta worry about CPU usage and overheating if I'm streaming a PC game with that model. Luckily, my plan down the line is to actually get a second PC, one dedicated to gaming, and then just use my Linux laptop to continue streaming from. Or dual booting this laptop to have a Windows side just for streaming. And then also stream and then use a desktop for PC gaming. So I have options. SMQ, what's your persona? What animal is it? Mine's a dragon. That wasn't obvious.
Give him a broadside, mate. One letter.
Also, Belle, I know your son is a snake. What kind of snake is it, though? Like, I've never actually asked what kind of snake your son is. Also, Fennecs are adorable, and I love them. Little stringy boys. A rough green snake. Okay. Oh shit, that's a new high score. Goddamn. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Poggers. Like, actually poggers. Yeah, I forgot. Is that the new poggers? That is the new pog champs, yeah. I like how Gutex, the original pog champ, fucking obliterated his own, like, standing on Twitch to the point that they removed the one thing he's known for. Have you seen what Gutex looks like recently? He looks like shit. Like, he literally looks like the Coomer meme. The 40-year-old Coomer. Yeah, the funny thing is, he actually hated that emote. Also, I'm doing the champion part. This table had an audio bug, but I think they fixed it. Yeah, I mean, the dude tanked his career in the matter of a couple hours.
Welcome to Champion Pub, kid.
Oh, yeah,
And you need some training.
wasn't really thinking when I picked this one, Val. You'll like this table. Assuming I can actually trigger the game mode. Because that punching bag actually spins around and you fight an opponent. It's really cool. But the last few times I've played this table, I haven't actually been able to trigger it because I keep losing the balls.
All one's all locked up.
Fuck. You hit the punching bag to get your health up, and then once your health is at max, you can trigger the fight.
Flip, kid, flip.
You also have to train.
All right.
I can trigger the fight now.
And now, Knuckles O'Brien voices the kid.
Hello to ya. I'm O'Brien. You're gonna try your luck with me, kid.
Yeah, the creativity of some of these tables is actually kind of amazing.
Ooh, definitely felt that one.
Now you got him.
Especially given the limited tech at the time.
Yeah, you're winning. Watch his face.
Good job, Jar. Ooh, you didn't see that coming, did ya?
Got
I
him!
knew you could do it.
You've not seen the last of me, kid.
I lost the ball, but it's fine. I beat him.
One more, and this pub goes ballistic.
Multi-Bro! Jackpot!
This is one of my favorite tables, by the way. It's a very creative table.
Triple, quad, twin, couple. Six, zip, couple. Couple. Jackpot. Fisticuff, multi-ball.
Enough of this regulation stuff. Fight me, pretty buck. Boy, are your fists gonna be sore tomorrow. Did I embarrass myself again?
Damn it. This is definitely one of the more creative pinball tables. Yeah, I would love to play this one in real life as well. When I was in the Pinball Hall of Fame in Vegas, I didn't get to play many of the tables because we had other plans. But my whole reason for going to Vegas was to go to the Pinball Hall of Fame. Holy shit, 2 new high scores back to back. Only by 200 or 400,000 points, but still. That's nice. Actual poggers. I might as well keep going until I play the rest of the Williams and Ballad tables. So what I'll do is I'll finish off the Williams and Ballad tables, and then I'll play my favorite of the original tables, which is actually Doom. I'll just have to make sure the audio is turned down because that table is obnoxiously loud. So we got The Getaway, Tales from the Arabian Nights, Theater, Magic, and Whitewater left. Any preference? I will say Whitewater is probably the most boring table out of the 4. My favorite of the 4 is actually Tales from the Arabian Nights, because it's actually just a really, really good table. So I'm going to go with that one. This is actually based on the book of the same name, which is where the Aladdin story comes from. Sorry, Simkey, I picked too soon. I'll do that one next. Fun fact about Aladdin, though, the story is actually... It actually takes place in China.
Was imprisoned by the evil genie Salim Bagazar.
Also, I hate playing this table now because thanks to the fucking live-action Aladdin film, every time I see the genie, I just think of Will Smith. I can't unsee it, and it pisses me off.
The Tale of the 40 Thieves.
In Pinball Arcade, when they still had the Williams and Ballad license, this was actually the free table. God damn it, Mal, why did you have to reference that? I thought we had moved away from that. But yeah, for the longest time, people assumed that China and the Middle East were one and the same, because China was more east of the Middle East, so you know, clearly they had to be similar. But China represented a mystery to the Europeans and Americans, because not many people had ventured there, and China was famously trying to keep outside influence out of the country. And they had enough problems within the country of just the constant exchanging of dynasties. So, it's a weird way of wording that, but you get what I mean. But for a while, many depictions of China just look like modern depictions of the Middle East. It's a really, really bizarre thing, because they really aren't that similar at all.
Extra ball is lit. Spin the lamp to light a wish.
Yeah, the only reason why I know any of this is because for my first attempt at college, I took an Asian history class, and that was one of the first things I covered. But this is a really, really good table. This is actually another one of the more popular Williams tables from back in the day. There's a lot of tricks involving backwards on this table.
Shoot round.
Ball 2 is locked.
Strike the genie for multi-ball.
Strike the genie for multi-ball. Well, never mind. That ain't happening. I didn't like this table all that much in Pinball Arcade, but I never played it much because it was the free table, so I avoided it for whatever reason. It's actually a good table. Yeah, my ball privileges have been revoked.
In ancient Baghdad,
Collect the juice.
the tale of the great camel race.
Go for the gold symbols.
Alrighty then. I missed the skill shot again. God fucking damn it. This is just what happens sometimes. Balls just train. Alright, you have fun, Simki. I probably won't be streaming this for much longer. I need to get food soon too as well, so I probably won't do the bonus game. There is some rice and jerk chicken that is calling my name. So that leaves Getaway, Theater Magic, and White Water. I'll do White Water. It's really not a great table. I don't like the theme either. This table has some really cool ramps, and that's about it. Yeah, I don't care if I tap out early on this table. This table sucks. Oh, I actually missed the table. I didn't do Hurricane. Well, I don't want to do Hurricane. That table's even worse. I can do it once just to showcase it. Hurricane is another carnival-themed table, but unlike Circus Voltaire, it doesn't have anything cool about it. It's one of the early dot matrix tables from Williams. and it shows. And I don't fucking care about the high score on that one. This table also has a rather offensive looking back glass, as you can see. Again, it was the 90s.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Step right this way. My grandma throws better than you.
Yeah, this table is not very good.
Like a wet rag. Come on, ugly. Thrill, chill, magic, rises.
Oh wait, Val, that I just remembered something. That pinball song I mentioned earlier, the theme to Black Knight 2000, the guy who made that song for that table was actually Dan Forden from Mortal Kombat. Because Midway was tied to Williams and Bally, because they're all part of the same group of companies. Toasty! But yeah, it's the Toasty guy. Because he wasn't just the sound designer for Mortal Kombat, he was also a composer. But to my knowledge, he only really did the Mortal Kombat soundtracks and a few pinball table music songs. Oh, dang it. I lost my balls. Guess I won't be able to play this table again. What a shame. Alright, fuck this shit. Alright. I'm gonna end with the getaway. I'm not a huge fan of Theater of Magic, but it's at least got a really cool playing field. There is a spinning cube on the table. This is named after magicians.
You have the magic.
Whoops.
Hocus pocus.
Ooh, I just realized I'm quite hungry, so if you don't mind, I'm probably just going to end stream after the getaway. But people seem to enjoy this, so I might do pinball streams every now and then. Oh, I forgot about the mirror on the back of the table. That's actually really cool.
Shoot for the magic drop. The metamorphosis.
Yeah, that was a spin cube. Okay, I'll buy it. This table's actually pretty cool. Definitely better than Whitewater and Hurricane. I'll give you that much. I'll give you that much.
You must break free.
Oops. God. It's so wizard. I am not familiar with that lingo. I do not get jiggy with that lingo. Damn, I got a pretty damn high score before. Interesting. Really harshing my mellow. God, I don't remember how to talk like that. I really wish I could go on a long string of just nonsense, but I don't remember the words. really don't like that that immediately made me think of the scene from Airplane where an old white woman translates to black guys talking jive. That's... Honestly, no, that scene is still funny. Because it's making fun of the white people as much as it's making fun of the dialect. I need to watch it again. It's been a long time. The last time I watched it was when Laxton and I were both in college, and I was visiting Laxton's dorm. We were looking at stuff on Netflix to watch. We passed by Airplane. I asked him if he had ever seen it. He said no, and I said, okay, we're watching Airplane. Because it is still one of the funniest movies ever made. Most people don't know this. It's a parody. It's actually a parody of a really boring disaster movie. In fact, it is a scene-by-scene parody of a really boring disaster movie. I believe it's called 0 Hour. And not only did Airplane do much better than the original film, it completely erased 0 Hour from popular culture and replaced it with itself. There is no reason to watch 0 Hour because Airplane is the better film. Because from what I know, 0 Hour is one of the most boring disaster films ever made. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I'll do that one more time and then I'm going to end stream. By the way, the guys that made Airplane were the Zucker brothers. Zucker, Abrams, and Zucker. They made other films featuring Leslie Nielsen. They made a lot, actually. Some of which were parodies. They did Wrongfully Accused, which is a parody of The Fugitive. And they did a series of films called The Naked Gun, which is tied to a TV show called Police Squad in Color. Those combined are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. The most famous bit from Police Squad is a sequence where a guy named First shot another guy, and Leslie Nielsen is getting very confused trying to figure out what really happened, because every action he brings up is actually the name of the person. Yeah, I actually haven't seen The Naked Gun, but I have seen Wrongfully Accused in Police Squad. They also, a long time later, did Superhero Flick, which was a parody of X-Men and Spider-Man and a bunch of other superhero films. But it came out around the same time as Epic Movie, Disaster Movie, and those other really shitty parody films, to the point that a lot of people think Superhero Flick is actually one of those films, when it's not. Yeah, it's basically an extended Who's on First joke. I'll send you it in Discord later. The thing about Police Squad and The Naked Gun is all the jokes are done with a straight face. So, like, you have to be paying close attention to what they're saying, or you're gonna miss all the jokes. It's a rapid-fire comedy. And that's kind of Leslie Nielsen's whole thing. He was a legitimate actor, but then he got roped into doing so many comedies, and the whole joke of his characters is that he does everything completely deadpan. Another great film of Leslie Nielsen is Dracula Dead and Loving It, which is a Mel Brooks film. Excuse me. It's actually a parody of several different Dracula films. That's also a funny film, and Leslie Nielsen actually plays Dracula in that. But the film that made Leslie Nielsen famous was not Airplane, it was the original Forbidden Planet, one of the most famous early sci-fi films. That's where Leslie Nielsen got his start, and most people forget that. He was a serious actor before he did comedies. And I will be ending stream here. I really gotta eat. I am so hungry. So, let's get out of that. Oh yeah, and Wednesday, the boy. I will be playing it, hopefully. So, let me find a raid target real quick. Who is live? It's Monday, so Whiskey's not streaming. I know. It is too late, Val. I have already chosen. We're raiding Kisaka again. She is a good bean, and the whole reason I got into VTubers. So, see you guys.